こんにちは。おはようございます. Hello everyone, welcome. So we'll be finishing off our kanji today, year 12 kanji. Only got a few more. We're kind of dealing with 12, 13, 14 and 18 stroke kanji, so not many left at all. And some of these even I would say are not super important. But anyway, let's get started. Alright. Now I've got a whole playlist of all my other videos going through all the other kanji. You can find them at the end of the video. Otherwise, just go onto my channel and go through playlists. But yeah, every single kanji from this list will be in there. So this is all the kanji we'll be looking at today. And we'll go through them now. So first one, a pretty important one actually. So, I mean, we kind of know this kanji as aida. A lot of you will probably know it as kan. So English meaning interval or space. Might seem a bit weird, but you know, a period or interval or time or something. So we have jikan for an hour or a period of hours of time. And you know, this reading of aida trips up a lot of people, but you know, we can have something like, you know, wakamano no aida. So it's like among young people. So yeah, it's a bit of a grammatical point more than a kanji point, but yeah, it's read as aida here. So you only have to know those two readings. Okay, next one is nomu. All right, so we have our in reading and nomu, of course. So drink. Now it means take as well. So you, for example, medicine, you say kusuri o nomu, even if it's like a powdered form, right? Just kind of means to take something. So kusuri o nomu. And you know, this one seems to be quite a big theme for this year in year 12, but inshu unten. Okay, good, really good word to remember for the in reading. Okay, inshu unten. That's our drink driving. Okay, we also have akeru now. All right, so akeru and aku we should know for this kanji. Now we already saw shimeru. When was it? So yeah, it was 11 strokes for the video before this. Okay, so just I went over the difference between the two. You can see it up here, but you know, we have no gap, which is shut or closed, and a gap in the middle means it's open. All right, so here, you know, we've got a gap in the middle, we've got a hole in the middle here, so this is open. Okay, and you know, we have to know aku and akeru because, you know, for example, this sentence here, I've got doa ga aku. Okay, the door opens, right? Someone hasn't really done anything here. It's like the wind has blown it or something like that. Or you can say doa o akeru, you know, I open the door or someone opens the door. Okay, so not so bad that one. All right, michi. All right, really kind of important one. A lot of people who don't even speak Japanese kind of know this word in it with its onyomi. So door. All right, and this kind of means, it's interesting, I should put this here, but I always thought of this kanji as meaning way. All right, it's a path or a way of something. I guess that's kind of included with, you know, teachings and journey and stuff, but yeah. So, you know, we're going to use this in directions all the time, right? So, sono michi o matsugu itte. All right, so go straight along that street. And lots of martial arts have this on there, right? Particularly ones of Japanese origin. So the one I've got here is kendo. Okay, kendo, our kind of Japanese sword fighting with our shinai, right? Our bamboo, I think, sword, all right? Our fake swords, I guess we could say. Really fun, by the way. If you ever get a chance to do kendo, I know, for example, universities here in Western Australia, you can take it as a you know, you can do it basically. There's classes where you can put on all the armor and practice, and really fun and very good workout as well, by the way. Get pretty tired doing it. I've got also a word like this, dogu. Okay, this is just kind of like a tool or an implement or something. Also kind of like stationary as well. So do desu ne, the way of, you know, here we got kendo, the way of the sword. So this kind of meaning is very common. Our next one, pretty simple one, you know, kau, to buy. But notice here on the bottom, so at the top we've got I, all right? Kind of I on the side. But on the bottom, we've actually got, this kanji is shellfish. Oops. Okay, this is read as kai, just coincidentally. But kai means a shellfish, and this is because, kanji comes from China originally, and China, kind of before it had money, they were trading shells. They were using rare shells as currency. So this is where this comes from. All right, so normally if you see this kai in lots of kanji, it's going to mean something to do with buying, or money at least. And so we can see that here. All right, we got an I on top of some money. All right, we can say something like kora nihon okao by 2 cooks. All right, this one, we really only have to know this word for unten, okay, for our driving word. We saw this earlier with inshu unten. Not so tricky, but we can see we got kuruma in the middle there, right? So yeah, we got a roof on it. Because I always used to think this kanji, it's like a driving. So you have like the car, and then the person's like sitting in the car with the roof over their head, and then they have the whip that they would hit the horses with, right? So I used to think of it like that, but yeah. And now this one also means like destiny or fate, carry or luck. You don't have to know hakobu, and so you don't need to know carry. Luck, destiny, you just pronounce it as un. Okay, so you might hear this phrase ungai, have good luck, or good luck. Really, it doesn't mean destiny in this situation. But yeah, really, you can get by with unten, and ten we've already done in a previous video. Unten. All right, so we have words like unten menkyo, stuff like this, driver's license. All right, next one, we got hanasu, all right, to speak. And we also need to know the onyomi for this one, so wa. And we'll see in the next word, we've got denwa, for example, is probably the best way. I guess kaiwa I should put here. I should really have written this here. Okay, so yes, this kanji kind of means to speak, but it also means a tale or a story about something. So notice I've also highlighted this reading here, hanashi. Hanashi. All right, now hanashi is a story. All right, and just like a lot of nouns in Japanese, you can add suru to the end of nouns to make them kind of interverbs. So this one is actually read as hanashi shiteimasu. Okay, we see here, hanashi shiteimasu, right? So they're telling a story, basically. All right, just keep this in mind. It's a little bit tricky, but it's both a verb and a noun. Not all kanji can do this, not all words can do this, but this one can. So it's kind of confusing because we have 2 shi here, but this second shi is actually the tef form, and then this first one is just part of hanashi. All right, so kind of a common trick I see in used exams a lot. All right, and we have kaiwa, right? A conversation about something. All right, next one we have den, which is electricity. So we've got words like denki, denwa. All right, and it's good to point out that we have ame in here, okay? Our rain kanji, because electricity kind of comes from the sky. So that's why it's using this kanji. And we've got kind of a rice field on the bottom there. And I always used to think, the electricity is hitting the rice field, right? And that's what that little tail is. It's like a little bit of electricity going into the rice field. All right, but yeah, denki. So a really good kanji to learn, but I think a lot of you will probably know it by now, densha as well, this comes up in. All right, next one, bit of a tricky one. I was actually kind of struggling to think of why this was included on the list. All right, so we read this as gyo, and you can think of it as just meaning business or commerce or something like that. So we have words like eigyo. So this is what you see on, because I should actually write. I don't know if you guys know that, by the way, but you can write certain words and they come up as kind of emoji. Not really emoji, but there you go. Actually not sure if it's Eigyochu or Eigyoju. Eigyochu. I think it's Eigyochu. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's right though. And then we have, so Eigyochu, you see this on buildings, okay? So shops and things like that, when they're open for business, right? This just means they're open. And then actually, that kanji we saw last week, our shimaru kanji, is what's used for the closed version, okay? But so I was really struggling, to be honest, to think of a word which was going to come up in year 12 using this kanji. So this could be one of them. I think maybe this one's a bit more possible. Kogyo, all right, our kind of industry, I guess we can say this is, but to be honest, I don't really know why they put it on the list. It's not going to be used much, so yeah, I wouldn't really worry about it. I mean, I guess sotsugyo. Yeah, but even sotsugyo, I mean, I guess this is probably the most common word it's going to come up in, but you're not expected to read the sotsu either. So anyway, I would recommend actually that sotsugyo is the best word you learn for this. Alright, so to graduate. Alright, next one we have tanoshii desu ne. Tanoshii. Alright, so fun or enjoyable. Okay. Also tanoshimu. Notice that this is a verb as well. So this is where this word tanoshimi comes from. Okay, so like basically something you're looking forward to. Also konomu, right? So we have like okonomiyaki. Sorry, not okonomiyaki, but konomu just means to like something. But yeah, you don't have to know that one. So gaku, all right, our onyomi we need to know for this. So for example, we've got words like ongaku. Ongaku. All right, so music. All right, next one we have atarashi. Okay, we can get by with atarashi, I think, but also we should learn shin. I would say there's a few compounds that this can come up in. So saishin, all right, like the newest of something, right? This sai kanji comes up quite a bit in year 12, but it never really appears on your kanji lists I see, but yeah, for sure. This word followed by other words like saiko, saishin, saite, lots and lots of words use this sai kanji. I think I've done about 3 or 4 of them already in this year 12 video series as well. So it comes up quite a bit. But saishin, right? The newest or something, the brand new one. All right, yomu. I think a lot of you will probably know this one. All right, notice for our radical, we've got gomben on the left here, right? This kanji is iu, to say something. So lots of kind of words to do with language and literature and all this. They have this on the end. So here we have yomu, all right? Yomu. And we should also learn doku because we got this word like dokusho. Right? This is basically reading books. And I notice a lot of my students when they're doing self-introductions, when they say, watashi no shimi wa hon o yomu koto desu. I was like, okay, that's fine to say that, perfectly fine to say something like that. But we can just say, Japanese people are probably more likely to say dokusho in this instance, right? It's a bit more of a common phrase, I would say, than hon o yomu koto desu. All right. And then we got yomeru, okay? So just our potential form of the verb. All right, next one, pretty straightforward. This is just go. All right, there are some other readings for this, but we don't have to know them. So it just means language, okay? So we put it on the end of countries, and certain countries anyway, and it says it's like the language of that country. So Nihon, Nihongo, Chugoku, Chugokugo, Kankoku, Kankokugo. All right, and then just all other ones, Doitsugo, Spaingo. All right, probably pretty familiar with this right now. Now, again, if we look at it, we've got our gomben again, right? Because it's to do with language, so this is our speaking radical. And on the top right, we notice we've got the number 5, okay? Now, there are many kanji which kind of have this in it, and they're all read as go, okay? This is kakugo, for example. So really good to learn this one as meaning go. Or sorry, not meaning go, but read as go, kakugo. All right, quite a few like this that have go in them. All right, next one is eki. Probably should highlight that. Eki, okay, our train station. So we've got a word like Shin Tokyo Eki. Okay, so new Tokyo station. So there's a Tokyo Eki and a Shin Tokyo Eki. And I used to think, well, we've got a horse on the left here, And then this bit kind of looks like oni-chan, not really. But back when I was learning kanji, I wasn't very good at differentiating between the two. But I used to say like my older brother takes the horse to the station. Okay. Or the horse and my older brother go to the station. All right, but just remember we've got horses, you know. So basically this word is very old because it used to deal with horses instead of trains, basically. But yeah, eki. Eki desu ne. All right, next one, we just got a verb. So kiku. All right, so to listen. Now, also remember this means to ask, okay? Now, I get asked this question a lot. You know, how do you tell the difference? Well, particles will tell you a little bit, but sometimes actually it's totally ambiguous and you can't tell. So, for example, sensei ni kiku. This could be listen to the teacher or ask the teacher. All right, that phrase by itself, you can't tell what it's doing. All right. And of course we have kikoeru. All right, this is our kind of comes under our potential verbs, but kikoeru is like able to hear, right? It means audible. Actually, it's probably the best way to think of this word. Now we also, I guess I should put here, kikenai. Kikenai. Okay, so remember we have kikoeru to something is audible, right? Kikoeru. You know, in this sentence here, I got ongaku ga kikoenai, right? So I can't hear the music. But kikenai, right? So kikeru, our actual kind of potential conjugation here, it's like basically a chance to hear something. All right. So for example, なんだっけ、久しぶり、彼の声が聞けた. Alright, so for the first time in a long time, I was able to hear his voice. Alright, so again, we've got this kind of separation between audibility and I guess visibility as well when we think about mirareru and mieru. And then we've got this able to hear, so basically an opportunity to hear something. I definitely say basically way too much. Anyway, alright, not many more here. Kiku desu ne. I guess actually, I should learn this word. This often throws a few people off. Shimbun, all right, our newspaper. So new hearing, all right, is our newspaper. Shimbun. All right, our very last one, it's going to be a very short video, is your, okay? Your. So, I'll get rid of this, we don't need teru. I deleted that already. But we have your. Okay, so we just need to know this for our weekdays, right? Getsuyobi, kayobi, suyobi, mokuyobi, kinyobi, doyobi, nichiyobi. All right, now even then, you're only really expected to read this one. So if you just see one that looks complicated like that, and it's got hi on the left here, right? It's got our date on the left-hand side. Then you can be pretty safe that it's going to be your. All right, so just for the days of the week. All right, that's it. お疲れ様です. All right, みんな頑張りました. Okay, we got there. We got all the way through it. Took a little bit longer than I thought I was going to do, but we got all the way to the end. So I would say if you know everything in all these Google Docs of all these words, you'll be doing pretty well in terms of reading kanji. Okay, but you just have to pick up a Japanese textbook that made for Japanese kids and look at the kanji section, and you'll find there's many little tricks and stuff that are going to come up. But I think if you can read and understand all the kanji as I've gone through them and memorize all these words that I've gone through, you'll be in a very good position to be able to deal with any kanji in year 12 exams, I would say. So last thing is JLPT, 日本語能力試験. All right, it's open for registration. It's only open for not much longer, 2 or so more weeks, I think, maybe 2 to 3 more weeks. I always recommend all my students take JLPT. You can go on their website and take a practice test to see about what level you're at. But I would say if you're watching this video and you're a year 12 student, if your grades are at about like somewhere between 65 and upwards, maybe 70% and upwards, then you should consider going for JLPT N4. Okay, you should go for N4. And you'll find it's a little bit trickier perhaps than year 12 in some areas. For example, the kanji will be a lot trickier. The grammar will be a little bit trickier. The vocab, I think you should find it's okay. It's about year 12 level. And the listening is about year 12 level. But yeah, you'll need to do a little bit more work. But it does, the timing does work out very well, because this is it's in the kind of the first week or so in December. So if you think about it, you'll finish your year 12 exams, and then you've got a few weeks until this exam. And you're going to be at like peak level, right? You're going to be have studied quite a lot for your year 12 Japanese exam. So you're in a good spot to do the JLPT as well. I always recommend you do both. Don't think that you go, oh, I can't do it, or I'm busy with year 12. Trust me, you'll be able to fit it in. Once your exams are over, you're probably going to have a bit more free time, so you can spend a few weeks looking at some Japanese. But yeah, I would really recommend you do it. If you're not super strong in year 12, or perhaps you're in year 11 or something, just go for N5. It's a really great qualification, and at least you'll get it, and then you can move on from there. Now, if you're doing very well and you're kind of, an 85% plus student, you could consider going for N3. It's not that much. It is a big jump up from N4. But if you're going to go for it, I would probably look at investing in a JLPT study book, because the JLPT exam is a bit of a tricky one sometimes, and it's definitely worth getting some proper materials and going through it like that. Don't just get past answers. That's kind of a waste of time. But get preparation books. So books which run you through all the grammar, all the kanji. You can pick these books up for very cheaply. Like I got ones for N1. I think they were from Japan, and I think they cost $20, including postage, to get to Australia. So super cheap, and they're very good resources. I don't really have any particular recommendations, but have a look online. There's plenty of sample ones you can see, and just find ones you like. The Kanzen Master series, I've not used it, but I've heard all the good things about that. And I'm using the one called Sogo Matome, or something like that. It's published by a company called White Rabbit. But I would recommend that. It's not bad. Okay, anyway, I would really recommend everyone takes JLPT. I'm going to take it this year. I'm really hoping to pass. But it's a tricky exam, but it's definitely, especially when I passed, when I did it was level 2. But when I passed level 2, I've never felt really more confident about my Japanese, because that was a tricky exam, and I did quite well in most of the sections, well, in all the sections. So I felt very good about my Japanese afterwards. So anyway, go for it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll be switching up the content a little bit, I think. I'm going to move away from kanji probably for a little bit, and maybe look at some more year 12 grammar, year 12 reading comprehension, some tips and tricks like that. And then maybe we'll transitioned into a bit of JLPT stuff as well. But anyway, please subscribe to the channel. You get notifications when I put out new videos. So click on the bell there when you subscribe to never miss a video. And also please hit that like button. Hit that like button, because I really want more people to see these videos, because I'd really like to get some input and say, well, what do you guys want to see? Because Japanese has given a lot to me, and I'd like to give back a little bit. So any ideas for video, please let me know. Okay, that's enough from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.